Welcome to Tighten Up Tuesday. I'm Chris Denman. I'm live in St. Louis. That's a really important part of the show, but the most important part of the show is knowing that BPhlat is live from Philadelphia. It's the comedy and DIY podcast your mother warned you about. Oh, that's Grace dancing into your hearts right here at Midcoast Media. B's got a big show for you tonight. Make sure you get your smoke ready, get your DIY questions ready. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Can't wait to see who's upset about starting 2 minutes late. Look at her. Cheer her on. Smokus, ready to roll. This is a big night. Proud of you, B. That knee's working. Everybody's moving. Everybody's dancing in the comments already. I can tell it's going to be a banner night with the CashApp and everything else. Good evening, Beverly.
Hey, Chris.
Great job.
How are you? You can put my whole name out there. Everybody knows I'm Beverly.
You know that's my favorite thing to call you, Beverly.
I know. How are you? How are you on this grand Tuesday?
I'm not too bad. I'm excited to see you. I know you've been busy. You've been working hard. You got your T-shirts. I don't know if the post office came through on all your T-shirts, but that's been a point of contention. But let's start off with something nice. We got some nice microphones that a company are letting us try out. We might end up sending some to B. So let me know if I'm too loud in the comments, and Grace will do a good job of staying on top of it. Great to see you, B.
Good to see you, Chris. And it's funny because I just logged in to look at the the Two Funny Mamas. I just typed it in, Two Funny Mamas, and just to look at the stream on my iPad. And I was like, damn, every other episode I got this on. I'm going to have to get me a new color. All the pictures starting to look alike. And you got on the black shirt.
I've been trying to mix it up, but I haven't worn this. I haven't worn this specific shirt in a little while, but it looks about the same. So I can't.
Yeah, and I was looking at. I was like, oh, I got my black. Oh, I got my black on again. But I don't care. I can't do my hair every day. And plus, Miss Marina's bench been wearing me out.
Miss Marina's bench still lives on.
Oh, I got to hurry up and finish it, but it is so wearing me out. I really didn't know that this was a major project. And that's why I'm so not doing Dennis's packing demonstration tonight. My arm is like tired. I said I can't be doing no fake ass packing when I got to do real packing.
Right.
My stuff's still hanging over there. I was like, I still got to go out in the morning and do all this on the bench and get it done before I leave Thursday. So.
Yeah, I could have used it. I've got a big trip. I'm flying out tomorrow. I could have used the packing advice, but I'll check it out another time.
It's funny because Dennis is like, I was like, Bug, are you gonna get your stuff together? He was all like, not yet. I still got stuff in the dirty clothes. I was like, oh. I was like, I know how you feel. I was like, shit, I'm not gonna be packing twice. Unpack your stuff and then have to pack my stuff for real. So I'm definitely gonna do his when we get back. And since his suitcase will already be packed from when we get back, it'll be a great demonstration. I'll just leave it like that. So on the 23rd, see, super smart. I think I'd be ambitious and try to do a lot of shit. And then when I start doing it, I'll be forgetting. See, in my mind and in my body, I'll be like, oh, I'm 32. But then when I get out there and start working, my knee be like, no, bitch, you really 53. I'm ready to let you see right now. Your knee is ready to shut it down. Exactly. My arm be like, no, you've done 30 years of this. I'm tired. I'm going to rest today. So that's about where I am. And I'm super exhausted, but I'm feeling perky.
You look good.
I got my smoker's shirt on.
You got your smoker's shirt on. You got a little makeup. You may have showered in the last few days. I'm enjoying it.
I did. I had to shower, Chris, because I got the same shorts on. I ain't washed them that I had on when I was out there working on Miss Marina's bench about 4 days ago. They was in dirty clothes. I pulled them right out because I was like, I can't keep putting on no clean shit. I got to save all my stuff for packing. I was like, let me go and wash. I was like, I ain't going to just keep dragging out stuff. So I got on the clean shirt and dirty shorts.
Okay. Well, that's the way we do it here.
It's called a double bubble.
I feel like that would be a line in one of the songs that you sing, or like a verse in one of your raps. It's like
shirt, dirty shorts.
Clean shirt, dirty short.
Dirty
yeah.
Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. So.
There it is.
It's always one or the other. So Of
That's
course,
okay.
I got to always give my shout out. Definitely giving some love to uh, Sounds of Noel, because I love Lauren. I love the music that she provides for this show. It's my
Soundtrack to
own
our lives.
little beats. That's right. And definitely just shout out to Daphne. And a person hit me up. So thanks to all the people that are hitting me up regarding Daphne. Someone just hit me up saying, can I get her information so she can help me with a resume? And I tend to forget to shout that stuff out. And I want people to know that Daphne is very grateful and she's getting some business from people that are hitting her up.
That's
So,
awesome. No, Daphne
yeah,
does
she needs
great
help with the
work.
resume.
Got
So
to
I
hang
sent
out.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
met her
sorry.
on the. No, I'm saying I just met her on one of your brief and bakes, and she seems great. I know she does great work,
Great.
works super hard. So hey, hit her up.
Yeah, so continue to, if you can't remember her email, remember you can hit me up at frugalflip@gmail.com regarding Daphne if you need her to do some work for you. So please do that because it helps supplements, her income and the money that I can't pay her because I can't even pay for this podcast. So I thank for everybody.
Grace,
That,
cut the feed.
I thank for everybody that kicks in and helps me and free services and we can just share. I call it bartering.
Yeah.
We're all bartering our services and doing what we can do, and I appreciate it. So.
You know how good Daphne is? She's so
Yes.
good. Frugal Phillip doesn't even mind if you accidentally email him. He'll send you over to Daphne. That's
Chris,
right.
you know what? Did you ever used to watch Sesame Street back in the day when they used to sing them little songs like "Never Cross the Street," Oscar
Yeah.
the Grouch?
Long time ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a little side CD for when we do Chris Deasy, because I want you to do I want you to do a little thing on Frugal Phillip. That'll be so.
You want me to give a backstory on him?
I want you to do a little backstory on Frugal Phillip.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got
What
it.
could the backstory be? Quickly.
Oh gosh, Frugal Phillip. What's his problem? He's a scorned contractor he's just mad because he never learned how to be a finished contractor, and then it's just as bad when he gets household questions directed from your people. He's like, this comic is a trusted source of information, and I can't even get a gig.
There you go. That's your backstory. So we got to get you a song to go with that. I think that was so, and it'd be like a Muppet and do like the hanging puppets.
He's got a hammer that's like broken.
Oh, that's that weed. That's that weed, Chris. I'm taking it too far.
He's just really bad at contracting. All right, so let's do your thing. Let's tight show tonight.
I got to give my shout outs. Well, first of all, I got to give a shout out to my girl Gina Yashere, who just texted me and said, B, I didn't forget about you. I'm wrapping up on my third season of Bob Hart, Shola on CBS because she really wants to come on the show. I told you I want her and Nina to show all the dope stuff that they've done in her house out in LA.
I saw a cameo of her running around hollering at Kim Whitley during Sherri's going away party on the tennis court. I was like, oh, that's Gina. And it's funny because I'm like, oh, that's B's friend. She's an accomplished actor and comedian.
She just texted me. She's like,
that's awesome.
Jamie, I don't need a cough drop, Jamie.
I was going to say, Jamie, where are those cough drops?
I don't need it. This is that good stuff. That's that peanut butter mint. And I'm using the lovely filters, and they strong, that Kiki sent me along with my shirt. So I got the little filter on the inside if people want to see it. And I like that. But you know what I don't like is making my blunts real fat. I don't like that because you got to make them the size of that thick thing in there. And my blunts is on the diet. They skinny.
You have vegan blunts.
Yeah, so I got to roll thick, short ones.
I'm
like, shit, I can't be having these long ass.
Nobody needs thick and short.
Well, I don't know, Chris. Some people like thick and short.
That's
so I'm
true.
moving on to the next shout out. Let me go and get these out the way because I love doing them, and I call myself trying to cut down on them and keep it moving, but since I'm not doing my packing demonstration, I'm going to get a few more in. A couple extra ones because I've got a lot of love, Chris.
You got good feedback from fans?
Oh, not just that. Always. I always get something in the mail. And this came in the mail, this lovely card from Debbie in New York. And I'm going to read it because I totally like it. It's dope.
Has Debbie... We need
Yes.
we need a Picasso rankings each week. Like see who contributes the most to the show. It's like the brief and bake, but each week we have a top 3 Picasso.
No,
It's like
I don't
you
like
mail
that.
something in, you get a point. You comment, you share the show, you get a point. I think I like it.
I don't think I don't like that because to me, everybody is like, we all the same. We're all equal. Ain't no top 5.
Okay.
No, I only do that depending on how much money you see.
Yeah, now that's a surefire way. You want to be in the top 3? Be an earner. Yeah.
We all Picasso's on equal share levels. I'm even doing a briefing day just for day one. There's people that I don't care if you give me money or not. It's all love. I love all my fans, so I'm trying to meet and greet them all. So anyway, let me just read this real quickly from Debbie. I got 2 things to read. Hope is the light within. The goodness in you brings out the goodness in everyone around you. That's how bright your light shines. That's how strong you are. Thank you, Debbie. So she wrote, "Hey B-Phlat, you truly made my year meeting you and chilling with you, and I just want to say thank you. I truly appreciate you for all you do and how real you are, and may God continue to bless you and Dennis and protect you both. I do much love and respect. Here's a Biggie Smalls birthday limited Metro card for your scrapbook. I forgot to give it to you when we were at Caroline. It's funny because when I opened it and the Metro card fell out. And I was all like, damn, I know I'm struggling, but do I need a Subway card? So I was like, yes, I'm going to show use it. But she sent it to me because it has Biggie on the back. So I'm definitely putting it, it's the limited edition. Ain't that dope?
That's great.
Yeah, so I'm definitely shout out to New York. They so dope. That's why I love New York. They always doing fly shit like this. So this is definitely going in the scrapbook. And she says, my favorite funny auntie. I love when people call me auntie. Thank you, Niecy. So the reason why I always keep everything that people send me, even the envelope, Chris, because I like to put the postmark in there. And if they put like cute little things on here, like these stickers, I cut that out and put it right with the card. So I keep everything and just, that's what scrapbooking is for. That's how you do it. You don't just.
You're kind of an expert.
Huh?
You're kind of an expert at scrapbooking. It's actually very cool.
Yeah. So I'm going in the scrapbook. So anybody else want to send me some stuff for the scrapbook? Because this is another one going in the scrapbook. Let me keep it pushing. This came in from Miss Michelle from the Brief and Bake. Thank you, Miss Michelle. She said, I am grateful that we all get to know you through your podcast. It's a blessing for all of us to have Tighten Up Tuesday to escape from work and life stress. I remember seeing you on Def Comedy Jam years ago and thinking, this lady is hilarious. Never would I have imagined that I would be communicating with you as a Picasso. And you are the real deal, and that's why we're so grateful for you, and we'll support you in any way we can. Your podcast is edutainment. The format works fine as it is. Honestly, you could sit and tell stories, and we all tune in. The tips, the flips, the DYK, everything else is a bonus. Thank you, Miss Michelle. I told her I'm coming back down there in the spring to help my cousin Alfie flip her living room. But so I appreciate that. That's the kind of stuff I like printing out. I got plenty of stuff to read. So those are, I like to give a couple of those out. So every week I'll be reading all these great letters that I get and printing out for the scrapbook.
I'm surprised, as in pleasantly surprised that somebody took the time to do that. But everybody that's been on your Brief and Bake has been so wonderful.
Yes, and speaking of which, I was going to throw that up while we give a quick shout out to Phyllis Smith. My girl Phyllis sent the CashApp for drinks for the Brief and Bake. So, I got to give her a shout out. I'm also giving a shout out real quick to Angela and Marari. They back on the set. But yes, this is a screenshot that I learned how to take.
Don't
yes,
tell people you just learned how to take. Look how great you all look.
And Chris, I had 5 screenshots, and you look like that in every one of them.
Well, I have a problem. I'm not as pretty as
everybody. I was like, why are you looking like you mad? You look like we was getting on your nerve and you was ready to go. And
you really didn't. I think I was intently listening to lovely women speak. I may have been on hour 10 that day, but yeah, that was fine. No, you all look so great. Who cares what I look like?
Everybody was ready, Chris. We did that 5 times, and you look like that in each shot. So I grabbed the best one. I grabbed the best one of your best, Debbie Downer.
Well, I didn't mean to. It's certainly not how I felt.
So, yeah, that was dope. So, shout out to Renee, Michelle, who else was Irina? Who else was up on the screen?
What, Laura?
Chris. Oh yeah, I was trying. Yeah, I remember faces more. Laura, Irina, Michelle, Doc Shoe. Yes, Renee down in the corner. Debbie. It was fun and it was so informational. And you know me, I took a lot of notes. So I'm
Laura,
learning a lot.
I'll
So
always
yeah,
remember Laura. Laura
to the
lives in.
next.
Sorry, B. Go ahead.
Go ahead. In case
I'll
they
remember.
state.
Laura, not a big fan of where she lives.
Because she ain't in St. Louis. She in
That's right.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. That's like Philly and you in Pittsburgh.
Oh, right. It's like two. Yeah, it's two different
Yeah,
things.
most people in Pittsburgh. We
Oh,
always say that in Philly. Most people in Pittsburgh know they want to be in Philly. What they really don't.
yeah.
People say that. It used to be like that, but not no more.
They're
People
happy
trying
with
to get the hell
Pittsburgh.
out of Philly. Philly is wild.
St. Louis is wild. So Kansas City people would say the same. They'd be like, "Why would I want to live there?" Let's say hello to a quick people. Speaking of Brief and Bake, Carletta says hello. You know she's been on the Brief and
Hey,
Bake.
Carletta.
Love her.
Kelly in the house.
Joy leading the cheers as always. 200 in the chat and only 10 likes. Smash the thumbs up. I think we're up over 50 now. Yeah, keep it moving, people.
Okay,
Fab 540's here. Saucy Seda Network is here, having a good time. Smoking also. GT
That's
Davika.
okay.
You know, that's Debbie's having a good time. We got all kinds of MMs in the house. I know you didn't expect him to be tuned in, but he's
Mark,
here
you
having fun.
never know where he at. He all over the world jumping around with Lunel.
Irina's in town. So are Irina and Mark like part of Lunel's like crew now? How does this work? Are they employed by Lunel? Lunel,
You
I
know
feel
what?
like are they El Casos now? How does this work?
All right, now, Chris, you getting out of hand. You
Hey,
getting out the hand with the C Casos, the L Casos, and what other shit you said?
sorry, I should call them the Nel Casos. That'd be good.
Oh, no.
Key Caso. There's
I'm
Key.
going to get
There's
my
Key.
trademark together under my title
Hey.
103 something 6 with the 3 after. Don't let me get my trademark and paperwork out there.
I don't want you serving
Wow.
Lunel. I don't want you serving Lunel with a contract. That's
I'm
trouble.
going to serve you, Chris. Don't be quit. Everybody can't be no Caso. It's only B Casos. Quincy going to be mad at you.
All right, that's fine.
He probably in the corner. Look, you know I love Lunel. That she got her own league. Lunel got a league. I got a pack.
That's right.
I got the B pack. I'm working.
All right. In
And
the
then
live
it's gonna be a
chat,
tribe. There
in the
you go.
live
What's-
chat, let me know how many more minutes you want me to see if I can antagonize B with the Caso talk, because I bet I could drag it out another 10, and she's gonna get really upset.
Oh no! Don't get like Jamie sent me some money saying to have patience with Pierre. Now,
Oh,
don't let
that's
me.
so funny, man. No, I don't. I'm not good enough. Pierre can go back and forth with you. You just tear me
I
up.
can, you know what? I can't keep going back and forth with Pierre on the show that's supposed to be edutainment and informational and shit like that. And
That's
then
fair.
now I gotta get on here and do it with you.
You don't have to do it with me. Let's rock. Let's keep a tight show.
I'm gonna keep it
Tight
tight. So speaking of which, I want people to make sure they go in and get Kiki's shirt. This is the last week, and I haven't seen any pictures. I've been looking like crazy to see who's gotten Kiki's shirt so I can post them. So don't be looking at me like, why B ain't posting no Picasso shirt? Ain't nobody sent me none. And I know people bought them because I be looking at the invoice, looking at my residuals. And I'm like, if people don't start sending me some of these pictures, but I know people going to be sending me the smokest pictures. So remember, I'm running until the end of the month. If you go in and buy 3 of my items, and believe me, we're going to have more and more stuff up, and I may extend it more, you get 10% off. So remember to use that code, BPH, the number 10. If you buy 3 things, you get 10% off. So make sure you go in and get Kiki's shirt. I ain't even got Kiki's shirt, Chris. I had to file a thing with the post office.
Oh, you don't say the post office screwed you over. Oh,
Yeah.
weird. What a
I
crazy
sure did.
thing.
And then the funny thing, they called me back. I answered the phone. It was an automated thing, more or less confirming my information. Because I was about to call you and be like, what's y'all mailing address? Because in the slip, in the service thing I put in, I had to put in where it came from. Then somebody called me back from the 30th Street. I mean, over here, the 38th. They call it the 38 because that's the end of our zip code. Germantown Station. And she was all like, we calling about your sofa. I'm just letting you know that it's still at the distribution center. It's been there for like 10 days and we don't know why it hasn't left yet. But as soon as they get it, we'll bring it to you. And I said, is this Amy? And she was like, no. I said, I know Amy. This ain't her. I know her voice. I was just trying to be funny because they all work right behind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, the girl said it's still sitting there and she don't know why. So it's funny that I got this before I got my gray Picasso Mayor shirt and Kiki shirt. So I'm a little pissed about that. But I do want people to go in and get it because Maya's shirt is debuting next week.
Gotcha. Buyjack.com/BPhlat. Oh, here you go.
Maya's shirt. Oh, the graffiti, the dope style graffiti shirt. So, you know, I want people to be able to go in and get that. And remember, you'll get 10% off if you buy 3 things.
That's awesome. Look at you.
So you'll have that shirt to choose from. This shirt. It's just a lot. I'm trying to get a lot up on Buyjack. Speaking of which, we got the black and white smokest. That's smoking and focused. You see the pH? Keep your pH in balance. I got my nerve with dirty shorts on.
Telling people that.
Oh, you know I tell the truth, Chris. I just try to tell the truth.
You do.
So there you have it. And let me go ahead and throw up my flash rags real quick. Speaking of which, you called it. Look at that. Irina and Mark. That's when they were in Miami. I don't know what the hell they do for Lunel. I know they be jumping around, and I ain't in their business like that. I just love that they keep me posted. I love it. I just got some pictures today from Irina, and Lunel was in the back like this.
Lunel's in the back. That's how comfortable they are. Now Lunel's like, yeah, she's whatever.
And Irina was taking like a selfie, so she was standing up, and she sent it to me in the DM. And I was like, I need to call Lunel's ass. I miss her. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Next photo, we have, look at that, Deborah G.
Deborah.
I love that painting in the background. I meant to ask her, did she do that? Did she want to be a feature on the show? Ooh. So you just never, but people still getting the flash rags. That's what I'm talking about. Because sweat ain't going nowhere.
That's awesome. Listen to this. Sick in the head. My cousin received her flash rags. I meant to send the pic. She wasn't in it, though. That's all right, sick in the head. Sharissa, I just received my 2 Smokus shirts today. Pick soon. Very nice. Adrian's in the house. Heather's rocking. Missy Shoes laughing. Fab 540's pH imbalanced. pH imbalanced is what you said. Loves it. All right, nice. I love that. Keep the pictures coming. You know B loves that. Who's that?
Your girl, Sherri. Finally, with her rags.
Wow.
Well, you know I got to post that and put it on the page yet, but I'm like, Sherri don't use her rags.
Is that in New York?
Got them in Miami.
Oh,
no, wait a minute, not in Miami. Or was that in Miami?
Raleigh.
In Raleigh. I think that was in Raleigh. Yeah. You know, she all over the place, so. Anyway, those are my flash rag photos. Please send them. Make sure you send everything in your DYK information, flash rag photos, Picasso t-shirt photos, irks and works, how they hold them down, all that stuff. Send it to frugalflip@gmail.com. I'm not your boy Frugal Phillip.
No, not a nice person. Irina's in the house. She's having a good time.
That's what's up. Oh.
Raise the roof. Raise the roof, B.
I'm about to raise the roof after I read Maya's card because it's enlightening. And then I'm going into my DYK. Look, it's 9:30, Chris. We moving right along.
That's right. It's a tight show.
Always. Well, not always. But I ain't looking in the past like Dennis say yesterday. That was the past. I was like, that was yesterday. He's like, but that's the past. Which is right. That's the past.
I like a world where Dennis gets a producer credit on the show. Because of Dennis, a lot of stuff happens on the show. So shout out to Dennis.
Because of Dennis, I tell him all the time he's my muse. God put him in my life.
You've said that before. That's a great. Yeah. I want a wife to call me their muse. That's incredible.
Oh, if you was a fly on the wall up in here, Chris.
No, I don't. I couldn't. Even as a fly, I couldn't handle all the smells in that house. No.
And you had to go outside and laugh. The fly would leave and be like, I can't even stay up in this shit.
There is a lot. I didn't know people could bend. I didn't know people could bend like that. Yeah.
Whatever. today's card, courtesy of our guiding light guru, is crystal ball. Gain clarity about your plans for the future. Accept that what you get is the best thing for you at that moment. You can't predict the future, but you can create it and mold it into anything you desire. I like that. And that's probably why I'm always down here planning and working on it and creating it. And I do believe in that. You know, like they say, God helps those who help themselves.
They sure do.
Mm-hmm. I think I heard that on
I said, won't he do it?
Well, ain't that from one of them old school flying nanny movies? Or one of them nun? No, I think it's from...
I think it's from, like the...
I remember with the Clint Eastwood movie where the nuns were walking through and they were singing, yes, the Lord helps those who help themselves. I think it was I just remember it being nuns. And I remember as a kid, that's how I learned that song.
The Flying Nun with Sally Field.
Yeah, it was either that show or the Clint Eastwood movie where he was protecting the three nuns or something. But anyway, it's amazing what you recall. It's amazing how you retain shit you don't need to remember.
I'm the kid. That's embarrassing to me sometimes. I can recall things from years ago, and I'll meet someone 20 times and can't remember their name, and I'm like,
and that's how I am. I do it all the time. Like, I remember your face, but I can't remember your name. So, Chris, I figure since I'm about to have this flash, I might as well go on and work it off since I'm about to sweat anyway. Get my CashApp dance in, do my DYK, and then my Frugal flip. So this goes out to Phyllis.
Okay.
And Miguel back on the scene because you know I missed him last week. He wasn't with us. I don't know.
Miguel's your leadoff hitter.
But Laura beat him because Laura H CashApped me first.
Next
and
time.
that was at like 8 o'clock. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
7 o'clock Central Time in Kansas City. She was ready for the show.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's great.
That's what I'm talking about. So this goes out to Laura H, Miguel, Helen Taylor, Phyllis. Oh.
People are asking if I got a haircut, B.
Oh, my husband CashApped me.
Your husband? And he's like... Go, B. Are you serious with those moves? Those aren't special shoes, people. She's just that good.
Oh.
Let her know in the comments if you're having a good time. Heather Fiddler's laughing and dancing. Evie says much love from SoFlo. HR. When's B going to the vineyard? That's this weekend coming up, I think. We'll talk about that. Miguel Goico, I CashApped at 5 p.m. Joys of Jane Pittman in the house. The partnership says, get it.
Ow. Ow.
Sick in the head's going off.
Jane said, is anybody going to let her go to the club and get a drink? Jane said, can she pull a wagon to the club?
MM's dancing along at home. He's got a disco ball up. Donna says three mules for Sister Sarah. Clint Eastwood movie. There it is. Thank you,
That's
Donna.
It. 3 mules for Sister Sarah.
Kiana's having a good time.
Somebody old school was gonna say it. Oh.
Look,
This all coming down my runway. This all coming down my runway, Chris. Oh.
How's it go? Vogue for us. Come on. Do you all see this? You get this every Tuesday night. Grace is entertained. HR says, B, you've got great legs. You better.
I'm working on it. My husband definitely wants me to work on it because he wants me to look like he trained me. He's like, I'm a trainer. I don't want my wife looking like, oh, why you don't train his wife? He says it all the time. And I'll be like, you right? Considering I'm the one that got him into personal training because I was already doing yoga and crazy stuff. So, but I'm getting older. So I just do my shit at my own pace, Chris. You know, I take my time.
You look fantastic. I can't believe you're 58. You look so good.
Ain't that a bitch? I ain't 58.
I thought that's what you told people. And then when they go, oh my God, you're like,
no,
I'm 52.
I'm 53 and I tell people I'm 56.
Okay, mine was
I'll be
more
like, oh, I'm
extreme.
4 years, I'll be 60. And they be like, no way, you lying. And
You
I'll be
go,
like,
yeah.
oh, I just soak it all up. So
Oh my
I'm like, you
gosh.
see my gray hair right there? That's all gray. And they
That
be
might.
like, no way. But I need to stop doing that. Dentists don't like when I do that. But I ain't think about him. I love it. I love when people think I'm 56.
Well,
I'm blessed. I
you're
was
holding down whatever age you want to be.
56. All right. So Chris, you see I'm sweaty to death.
Well, yeah, you just danced up enough for
No, that was a hot flash.
for 3 volumes of
That was
sweating
the
to the
flash.
oldies.
And I ain't even got my flash rag out because I got them packed. I don't want to get them dirty. I'm taking them with me to show on stage, the old ones and the new ones. I'm gonna use the old ones, but keep the the new ones nice and stacked, so when I'm on stage, people can just see them. And I'd be like, go to buy Jack. And shit, I was like, I might not pack none of these clothes and just take all my shirts and wear them on stage. Be like, and go to buy Jack and get this shirt. Cut my shit up. So I'm gonna do the Pierre on their ass.
Get a style on them, huh?
That's right. Get a shirt. Get a shirt. All on stage. Okay, so I have a very interesting DYK today that I found on my own. Not that I don't appreciate everything that people send in, but sometimes I like to look some shit up for myself.
Well, yeah.
Try to mix it up. So this is an interesting one. And this one goes out to James A. Bauer, who invented the coin changer mechanism that changes dollar bills into coins, January 20th, 1970. So let's not get that. I don't want people to misunderstand. He didn't invent the coin changer because they've had them forever. But he invented photocell sensing device versus electronic sensing devices in it. So it was more or less like a vending machine. So I was like, that was very interesting. So I'm going to read it really quick. James A. Bauer invented the coin changer mechanism, a type of vending machine that changes dollar bills into coins, in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. It was patented January 20th, 1970 by Westinghouse Electric Corporation of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then it just kind of says the patent information. So the thing about it that I thought was really interesting, I just made a quick note, that it was able to detect change that would run out. Like if the dimes would run out, then it would detect that it needed to send out 2 nickels.
Wow. Okay.
Ain't that wild? So it was.
It is.
Yeah. So to sum it all up, the mechanism that he invented, they were saying like the coin machine was too heavy because they were talking about how like the people had them on the trains back in the day and they were really heavy and they would get an electric shock from them after, like, because they were the sensing on the sensory on them. So after a while it would wear out and they would get like a little shock or something. They were heavy. So he invented photocell sensing. I was like, that's so wild. Go brother. Go, brother James A. Bauer. Shout out to him. So that was my DYK.
DYK. That's right.
Yes,
love that, B.
I just wanted to kind of pick out something a little different. And now I'm looking for more women, of course. I like to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
There might even be some animals out there that invented some shit. If somebody know and they want to send that in, if it was a black dog, a black cat, a black monkey, black something.
Take me off the screen.
I'm just saying, I want to make sure I mix it up. I don't want to leave nobody out. You just never know who invented stuff, Chris.
Damn it, B.
All right. So let me jump in to my frugal flip. And before I even jump into, I'm so excited about Orlando. First of all, Taina is in London visiting family, our brothers in like Ireland. They're going all over the place with family, just jumping around visiting. So when she gets back, we're ready. She comes back on Sunday and we'll be ready to roll in terms of like different meetings and things. So we're still keeping in touch while she's in London. So while I'm going to be there, I have a lot to do, Chris. And I don't know. This is probably why when I hang out with my Picassos, I just overdo it. It's going to be amazing. I already got 2 restaurant sponsors.
In Orlando?
in Orlando. And then, let me just back up. Joy and Angel hit me up, and that's who sent you the shirts to send to me that we can't find.
What?
So
Why does that need to be brought up every show?
Because they were like, B, I told them I want them to come to my show because now I got 2 shows in Orlando.
Oh, that's awesome.
Exactly. And then Taina and I are going to see Guy Torrey at his show in Orlando.
When is this?
October. August 25th through the 29th.
Sounds like I need to visit sunny Orlando.
I have a show on the 25th when I get to Orlando. I'm doing the crime prevention conference for the police. It's a big thing. And so I'm like, oh, it's off international. I'm going to actually have the flyers and everything. I just got thrown on this. That they were like, oh, so-and-so said you're coming. I'm going to be on the Afro channel that Friday live with James Yan on the 27th. And then it's going to air twice on the Afro channel. I'm going to be on the Lowdown. The late night talk show. I have a lot going on. And then I got a show Saturday night that started at 11 o'clock at Bar 5 at the West Oak Mall. And then Sunday we start late. We'll be finishing up. So it's going to be a rough one, but I'm going to have a good time in Orlando.
So wait. You're doing a corporate?
Okay, I'm doing our Taina's Phlip.
You're doing Taina's Phlip.
And 2 shows.
You're hitting the club with Taina. You guys are going to party.
Going to 1 comedy show. I have 2 comedy shows, 1 podcast to do.
In Orlando.
All in 4 days. In Orlando.
And you're doing a corporate and then a club.
And then a club.
What's the club?
Bar 5. It's inside West Oak Mall.
Oh, yeah, of course. West Oak Mall. Come on.
It's it. People in Orlando know where that is.
I'm talking smack. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. I'll be sending out the flyers and stuff. Yeah, I got a lot going on. So the guy James John hit me up yesterday. He was like, "Oh, I would love for you to be on my podcast. On my show? It's a live talk show that comes on the Afro channel." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, yes, I'll do it. Definitely." So
Heaven Sent will be at the show. That's okay.
Hit me up because I'm trying to get people on the list. I'm trying to meet all my Picassos.
You're trying to not sell tickets?
Well, look, I'm not one of them people be like, I need 10 people to get in. Since I have 2 shows, you just never know which show people want to come to. So if they say, oh, I can't come Thursday, but I can come to the Saturday show.
Is the corporate open to the public?
I don't know. I got to find that out. I'm going to find out from Type Mike soon.
It's going to be you and a bunch of law enforcement officers.
Yeah, and like 4 other comedians. It's all police.
They probably actually have very good senses of humor, I would think, because they deal with a lot of stress.
I love the police. Oh, I'm going to always call the police. They talking about defund the police. I ain't calling these motherfuckers around here. I'm calling the po-po. I love them, but they can't come in. That's what I say. I call the police on everybody, Chris. But like, don't come over here. Then people don't know it's me.
I'm weird. I love like city cops here, but like the officers and listen, everybody's got a job, but the people that are like just smacking people over the head for like traffic tickets and stuff, like that stuff makes me sick.
Well, like I said to people, the police ain't never did nothing to me. They've always been
I can't complain. I've had a few bad run-ins, but
and I've seen them doing crazy stuff. I've said shit, but for the most part,
I'm excited. I'm excited you got a good gig, number one, and I think that they're gonna fall in love with you.
Oh, I got a lot going on. I can't wait to get to Orlando. And like I said, Joy and Angel, they're gonna give me things that I can take back in my suitcase. Because I said, they was like, we're going to give you the stuff that we sent to Chris. You didn't get. I was like, well, remember how I packed. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring a whole bunch of stuff back. So
yeah, it'd be a whole another thing.
He emailed me back saying, we got some nice small things because we saw how you packed on the show.
They're
that
so
we know
nice.
you'll be able to get in. And then one of them is a masseuse. So you never know, Chris. I might be getting hooked up with a massage. I'm trying to fit it all in.
You're trying to manifest the massage.
Look, I'm gonna be down there kicking it with the Picassos. I
This
told
sounds
Guy,
incredible.
I said, Guy, if you want to get up and come help me with one of my flips and make an appearance, you can come on Sunday and help us put some shit up. He's like, I might do that. So that's
Jamie.
Huh?
Jamie says, I used to date popos, so I guess they aight.
Yeah, see, Jamie know what's up.
So
Jamie
it's just
know
like
what's up.
it's just like anybody, whatever. Couple other comments. We'll say hi as you spark up. Don't do that in Florida.
You crazy.
Don't do that on stage at your police show.
You crazy. They the ones that be giving me the weed. I know a couple police, but that's in Fort Lauderdale. But you never know. They coming from everywhere. They come from everywhere. I got people. Police smoke.
They do. My favorite.
Yeah,
I'm really not trying to pile on police officer. You ever hear the video where the cop took the weed off a guy and then smoked it, or took edibles off of somebody he arrested and then didn't turn him in? And there's video of him calling 911 saying, me and my wife are about to die. And he was just freaking out because he hadn't taken edibles before. That's my favorite because he's not a good person.
Funny shit.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
While we're saying hi, Regina, hello, Chris. We're day one to B-Phlat. Turn Up Tuesday. The three amigos, Sonia and Regina. We love y'all. Oh, love that.
That's what's up.
Oh my goodness, this is a big night. We got all kinds of people. Miss 007 saying hi. Heaven Sent says big things going down in Orlando. It sounds like it. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be popping. So if you are in Orlando and you want to come to the show, you know how to hit me up in the Fruit Flip. Let me know. Look, I'm trying to do what I can. Shout out to Carletta Cook, who's coming to help with the flip. So,
Very nice.
we got a lot going on in Orlando. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show where we are in terms of Tyena's flip.
Oh, I love this NFT.
Just giving people a recap of my vision. That white pillow in the middle is the one I drew based off of that little t-shirt. Remember this shirt I showed last week, Chris, where I cut it up?
Yeah.
So that's how I drew that on there. I was like, I want that crazy little design. And so this is like a little recap. The little gray box represents the ottoman that matches her sectional.
Beautiful.
And the next one is, my vision for the sectional. So it's all coming together in terms of like she's been out buying a few things and finding some really great bargains, and those are some of the things that I definitely want to show tonight. So the next photo shows that I told her to get that rug. She has it, and that's going to go in front of that couch. And I did tell her one of my concerns is I'm going to look into how we can kind of clean that and like spruce it up and like brush it, like with like one of the fabric roller brushes or something to kind of spruce it up and just make it pop, make the green look a little more vibrant.
Sure. I like that couch.
I do too, but I think it looks a little dull in compared to what we're going to be throwing on it. So I'm going to figure out some ways. We'll probably clean it. I have like a solution for upholstery clean that you can wipe on with a sponge and kind of wipe that velvet down. But I want to do a test on the pillow first.
Okay.
Because the pillow's probably going to get covered anyway. I don't want to mess up her couch. So that's why I'm actually happy that I'm coming in a day early on that Thursday. Because then I can jump over there and get a visual of how I want things to move around so that Friday when we're shopping and getting the last things that we need, we are super ready for Saturday and Sunday. Well, yeah, I definitely wanted people to see that she did get that from Amazon, that little area rug that'll be in front of the green couch. Basically based off of my drawing. So this is the wall that I'm working on now because what I'm thinking about doing, I'm definitely breaking that desk down and using the top hutch part to build like a hutch over that entertainment center. So the next photo kind of shows what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking about doing is hanging baskets from her that she could actually put paperwork and things in like flat baskets from the ceiling, because I'm still concerned about putting things on the wall. So we're trying to work out different structures. So she actually ordered some of the glass little hanging propagator fixtures that I have in my house little bird ones. So we're gonna hang like 2 of those if we do the basket idea, because she has some baskets that we could possibly use. And I was gonna rope them, and like rope them with 4 strings and hook them and just hang them low over the desk.
What
and
kind
she
of
really wants to sit. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, what kind of strings will you use? Like, will there be a
I would
design
never
to
use
it?
rope. Like some twine, some thick twine with a hook in the ceiling, like one of the little C hooks, kind of like a teacup hook. And then I would like drill a little hole in the basket and knot it so that it can hang and be weighted so that she could put papers in it or other things she might want in those baskets, crafts, different things like that. Because she really wants to be able to sit at her desk and work on her stuff instead of doing it on her cocktail table.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking about taking that hutch off and building. She has extra wood in her closet and making like a little small standable hutch to kind of go over her entertainment center under the television that she could put her pictures on and stuff like that. And then I put a question mark where the 3 boxes are on the wall, because these are the 3 boxes that we're going to use to do for like the artwork that is like a combination of, our project. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put them on the wall or not. So I have excellent. Remember last week I showed the cigar box?
Yep.
She has a cigar box, and I have another box that I'm going to show that I'm actually thinking about. I would like to go in that area.
Love it.
And she has a cute little stool that I'll probably end up sawing the legs off to shorten, and we'll cover it with like a cute orange cushion or something to put in there so she can sit at that area. So when she was at IKEA, she kind of took some photos to show me some ways that things were mounted up on the wall.
Do you know how dumb I am?
What?
I'll just admit it to everybody. I guess I should have known by the picture of the white people on there's the only picture of white people. I almost said, our bathroom kind of looks, I thought that white part on the right was a bathroom at Taina's house. And I wasn't hearing you say it was, I'm an idiot.
You see all them white ass tags hanging off everything.
Well, I thought they were like maybe they were like notes. Maybe like notes. And then I looked closer at that picture. I'm like, why would you have a picture of like some people outside of a college? Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's she was showing me how say for example, like if I take her hutch off and I could put it on the wall. But like I said, remember I'm concerned about her having to put things on the wall and drilling and all that and having to put it back. And her management company said it's okay, but she would definitely have to redo all that. And I ain't coming down there to redo nothing and put shit back.
No, that's not in the contract. Yeah.
That ain't in the contract. So yeah, she took this photo, and then the other photo I do kind of like, which may work because it's easier to work with hanging baskets like that on the wall. And you would do that with like just screws. Because that's how I mount some of my pictures. I just put screws underneath them to keep them stable. So you could put 2 screws, regular old screws on the wall and just put the baskets right on it. So that might be an option because then when you take the screw out, it'll just be a small hole that you could just spackle.
Yeah, that's a little easier.
Shit. So that might be an option. If she has some crates or something like that, we might do something like that. But like I said, when I get there and start eyeing everything, I'll have a better feel of what I can actually do when I start banging on the walls and shit and seeing, where I'm going to do things. But I do like that idea. So I'm glad she did take that photo. So the next picture, she sent me this and I was like, no way. She was like, what about this for the sheer fabric? Oh, in the middle for the window. I was like, no, ma'am. And like, I said, this is not Boca Raton. You're not
in Orlando. You are in Orlando.
Orlando, right? And then it got worse. She sent that. I said, hell no.
That's my favorite part.
No,
that's when things get real. That's when things get real.
Yeah, things get real. I said, she was just showing me. And I said, we're going with that. It's a sheer green panel, just really sheer light, I said, so it's actually 4 of those. And they were really cheap. They were like $5.60 because it's 2 in a pack. I said, get 2 packs.
No,
I
ma'am.
said, that other shit, no, ma'am. I was like,
That's the thing. You all sign up. It's I'm thinking of a bunch of terrible analogies, but you all sign up for
No.
this. You know what you're inviting into your home, so you better check your feelings at the door if you
Yeah,
care.
check your feelings
Yeah.
at the door. You're not gonna have my Phlip looking crazy. Okay, so these are the curtains, and they are amazing. So we got 8 of those. No, 4 of those panels. Because it's 2. Yeah, those are nice, and they were on sale, and they're super cheap. I said, girl, you better grab them, because we were like on the phone in that store for like 2 hours.
Wow.
And I was like, look again. I had her keep laying things out, and I was like, that flowery, them leaves don't go with those curtains at all. No, ma'am. So I was like, we're not doing that. So
Oh my
those are the
gosh.
curtains that we're going with in the window and behind the couch.
Mm.
And I did have her get 20 of those for our light display that we're going to do over in between the pictures and stuff of the little tea light.
Oh, that's nice.
Tea light in so they don't catch on fire and burn up our little makeshift shelves that we're going to be making out of styrofoam and sticking straight on the wall. And put the tea light candle right on top of it. So, and I got to space them out, make sure they don't burn up the pictures.
Love it.
So, that's my major project for Friday night is, getting that organized on the wall. So her big job is cleaning that room out, getting everything off the wall, taking everything down. And then I have her stack the pictures in their sizes. So I know exactly what I'm working with, like all of these in one,
Mm-hmm.
So I know how to put stuff up on the wall, and I measure, I'm such a meticulous person. I memeasure everything. We could go on to the next picture. So we're not going with these pillows, but they're so cheap, we're going to cover them. Because I was like, that's too much. I was like, that's too much. I don't like all that. But she doesn't have enough
This is my
throw
favorite.
pillows.
Yeah.
So I told her to get one. So we can see if we can work with it. Because they're like they were $3.
Yeah.
And we're going to cover it. And then if we can make some with the pillows that she has, then we're going to do what we can. But for the most part, I just said get one. Because a lot of stuff we'll probably end up taking back. And then I think that was the last. Oh, she has 2 broken hair dryers. And she's like, B, I didn't throw them away because I know you can do something with them. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
What are you
Because I'm
gonna
like,
do?
first of all, those are extension rods. Because the dryer raises, you can do the level. So I'm definitely going to see how I'm going to take them apart and see how wide the rod can extend. And I might use that rod to hang behind the couch when I put the 2 of them together instead of having to go buy one. And then I'm taking the wheels off and we're putting them on her big, heavy, I'm going to have to put 6 on there. On that cocktail table of hers so she can move it around since she likes to use it for different things. So, and because we're only going to have one area rug in there, which is that black rug that I showed. And she has the hardwood floors. And that coffee table is thick and heavy. So I'm going to put the rollers on it. So it can, the weight, the weight of it, since it's really heavy, I'm going to have to put 6 on there, 2 in the middle, and then like the 4 on the end corners. So it can roll smoothly.
Real quick so I don't miss it. Evie asked, B, can you teach us how to apply a kitchen backsplash?
The funny thing is, I guess I could. I have like leftover stuff, but I don't know how I would demonstrate it unless I did it. Like, I don't know what
Maybe
I would.
Maybe be part of a flip at some point.
Oh,
maybe.
no, you know what? I have you know what I could do? Because I have leftover pieces of stuff, and like, I still have big pieces of drywall. You know what I'm saying? Like on my demonstration table, I could do like a little demonstration.
Yeah.
Like a piece of drywall, and then I still have like pieces of the what do they call it? It's like this rack. It looks like a mesh backing, and I still have pieces of the actual frame and some leftovers. I could do that. So let me write that down.
Look at you, Evie. You got a producer credit.
Backsplash.
Oh, while we're on it, Evie wanted to mention Olivia Newton-John. I'm wondering if you were a fan, B. She passed away. Rest in peace.
Oh, Let's Get Physical was my jam.
Oh, that's
good.
Yeah.
Definitely put my leg warmers on and pull them up to here.
That'd be a good look.
Physical. physical. I loved Olivia Newton-John. My mom was a fan of Grease, so we had to watch it all the time. So yeah.
That's wild. What a
Because she
huge
was
movie.
secretly in love with John Travolta. I think everybody was back in the 70s and
Probably.
80s. Yeah. So okay, so that was Eve or Evie that requested the
Evie.
Backsplash.
Mm-hmm. Evie Soto was asking about Backsplash and Olivia Newton-John. So there you go.
It's 3 different. You know that now they have those sticky black backsplashes that you just peel off and you can put up. They have the
less
easy
work.
one. The less work.
It's like the clip-on tie of.
Yeah, and they have the easy ones like I did in my bathroom. That you just, it's like pieces. You just stick them together and then just put the grout in the little spaces. Gotcha. And wipe it right off. It's super simple. Well, what people really need to pay attention to, and I'll actually show it when I figure out how to do it, it's more about measuring stuff. And that's the thing that people don't always figure out. So that's the part I have to show people. And I'll probably show my kitchen and show how like where your backsplash should start and end. And then that's how you know how many pieces to go out and buy when you're out, you know what I mean? Getting the the actual backsplash. So there you have it, Chris. Now I'm jumping right into my DIY, and then I'm going into the Chris Deezies and how they hold them down, because I was going to feature the packing on my demonstration table, but I'm letting my arm rest
if you want to,
so I can finish up this DIY. So here we go.
Look at Miss Myrna's place.
Yeah, so I took the suggestions and I started sawing off the edges of the bed slats. And I obviously brought my little ruler out there with my marker to make the lines even. And it was simple. I love that saw. It's so light and easy. It's a reciprocal saw. You can turn it different ways and use it different ways. So that was a quick video on that. The next video shows me with my creative mind using every piece. I actually was gluing the leftover pieces that I cut off to the front of the bench. And because I wanted some kind of design on it, I didn't want it to just look plain.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take these and just glue them on the front. I didn't glue them on the top flat part because, she might want to sit there and have a little glass of water, lemonade or something out there. I just put them on as you can see. I'm going to paint the green in between the blue stripes and obviously on the planter cinder block, the solid one on top of the bench. And I'm going to leave the rest, the natural wood, and hopefully I can seal it today with the water seal. The shit ain't came in the mail yet.
We're having a lot of mail issues here.
Always. Of course, I picked the hottest time of the day to do shit. I'm out here looking about crazy, working on Mrs. Myrna's bench project with my hair wrapped up with a piece of t-shirt, got on some damn running shorts, and my white flip-flops with my knee wrapped up with an ace bandage, making it happen in the 88-degree heat. So what I'm about to do now is sand the edges of the bench and go ahead and paint my green stripe. I just got my Thompson's gloss water seal in the mail. It finally came, and 2 big brushes so that I can go ahead and finish up this bench. I brought my little scraper down here so I can scrape the bird shit off. So of course, I gotta put my gloves on and a wet towel rag that I'm gonna have to throw away after scraping bird shit. But I was so mad about the bird shit.
Oh, it's enraging to put it lightly.
Chris, so you see I got these same shorts on.
Okay. I was about to say, look, your nails are painted. Good for you.
I was in the heat with my knee. My knee was killing me. I was living down. I gotta get this bench done.
But you're out there doing it. You're out there doing it.
You know what? I hurt my knee. I was actually on the ground. Because you know what I was doing? Instead of sanding those pieces, I was just rubbing them on the cement. And that sanded them. And then if I needed to smooth them out, I had my little sander. So I was like, shit, let me just scrape these on the seat, Because it was easier to do it that way than me try to do it with my sander.
Right.
And I was sitting on the ground and the ant started fucking my leg up. And I jumped up and twisted my knee. I was like, oh, I can't be sitting on this pavement with these booty shorts on.
Oh
So I had
no!
to go put them on. Yes, it's
Oh,
always. I'm
you
getting
got
too
ahead of
old.
the game.
So what you're looking at now is the sealant that I sprayed. Once I glued these blocks together, I sprayed the Lock-It foam sealant in there. So now that it's sealed, I have to go. I take my cutter, like not exacto knife, a utility knife, and cut all the extra foam out. Because once it seals, it's like styrofoam. You can just cut it. So I have to do that, and then I'm going to water seal the inside, and that part of the ground on the cement, and then put the soil in. And I'm only going to put an annual in there because a perennial needs to be able to get into the ground. So I can't put a perennial that's going to come back every year because it's not going to have enough. Eventually it's going to really need to root and spread, and it can't in that. So I'll just do a nice annual. So anyway, that's where I am on that. And the next picture shows, if you look at it closely, you can see where the foam is up in the corners.
Yep.
I already went through and sliced all of that out. I did that yesterday. So tomorrow, my goal is, and I have to do all this and pack, and my flight leave at 7:30 in the morning on Thursday. So I just have to finish putting shit in my suitcase. I just have to pack up my desk and all the work that I have to take with me. But on top of that, and finishing this bench tomorrow, that's my goal. So I'm hoping I can get some So this was my drawing. I'm not doing that second stripe. I'm leaving it as it is. I ain't painting shit else. I'm putting that little plant in there, and we're keeping it pushing, and I'm water sealing it. And I want to get it done tomorrow, and I think it's going to rain. So I'm going to try to get up and do it first thing in the a.m. at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I might be out there painting that bitch.
You're wild. That's a lot.
Chris, I'm just trying to get it done because I got to move on to other stuff. I ain't even finished my own Picasso board. I need to paint that red and get it done. So yes, that is going to be it for Miss Myrna, and she's loving it. She so loves it. Only last thing is her fire pit. I've got a lot of stones, and I'm going to put it and cover up that little hole and make her a little fire pit right there.
I love it. Well, that's great. We got a bunch of comments, B.
Well, I love doing this. It's a labor of love. That's why my knee was acting up. But I was like, I don't even know what made me think to sit on this concrete with these ants. Probably because I was smoking.
And flip-flops while you're working
and flip-flop.
hard materials.
Bugging out.
Literally with those ants. Donna says, B, I'm getting smokest. Launer says, working on my design portfolio. Ariel says, measure twice, cut once, but really measure 3 to 4 times. That's a good point.
That's right. Yeah.
The lovely and beautiful and wonderful Jamie said, see, I'm going to try reverse psychology. Like if she's going to be, I'm just going to be super sweet to her.
What did Jamie say?
B, can you make a shirt for our 4-legged Picassos? My dog needs a shirt. B's not down with the pups.
I don't have animals, but what would the dog's shirt? The dog could wear a shirt that say smokers, because most dogs be getting contacts. Animals be getting contacts and shit from being around people that smoke weed, so they could wear a shirt that says smokers.
Right.
I don't know. I got to think of something.
GT Davika says, looking good, B. Ariel said, that's so dope, B. F. Smith Welch likes it. Launer loves seeing you work. Everybody's laughing. The partnership says we need some virtual flips, like where you send a space, they send you a space, and then you do it as you give them advice. You could do that. You could do a virtual consultation.
With the drawings and stuff. I'm writing all this stuff down as we grow in this show, and fun. We see things come about. It'll be interesting to see how we evolve.
That's right. Heather says B-Flat can do anything. That's the truth. Kathy's in the house, says that's beautiful. Angel.
Thank you.
Angel says woof, woof, pass. That's pretty funny, Angel. Nice
one. Woof, woof, pass.
That's dog,
good. Woof. With a PH.
Heather and MM are digging the glass. Says everybody was digging the glass in the video. So were those prescription or were those fashion?
What glasses?
The ones you had in the video.
Oh, them $5 glasses. Somebody left them.
They gotta look cool.
Somebody left them in one of the rental cars I had out of town. You know they had that little.
That's how you get monkeypox on the side of your head, B. You can't be taking people's
Oh,
sunglasses.
but this was before monkeypox. I've had them things forever.
Oh, really?
I've had them glasses for like 10 years. Yeah.
Gotcha.
They like some little cheap glasses. And it's funny because I was going to put my glasses up in the thing. I pushed the button. You know how you push the little thing.
They're so big.
I said, oh, shit. I said, this payback for all the glasses I left up here.
Yeah.
And I've left some really nice glasses. So that's why I quit buying designer glasses. And I just get them little glasses, be in the airport at the kiosk.
Yep.
They be like 2 for $20. I'm like, give me them. And I'm having, yeah. So
same thing. Every pair of anything over $100, which that might not even be expensive for sunglasses anymore. I don't know, but anything over 100, I've lost them. Like we're talking 10 plus pairs. So like 10 years ago, I was like, never again.
Thank you. And I get the best compliments on the cheapest glasses. So I got an eye for nice stuff. I can look at cheap stuff and be like, oh, that don't even look cheap. I can get that.
You do.
And everybody
it's a skill.
glasses probably cost like $10.
Yeah.
But they're so, I just like the cut on them, and everybody always compliments me. And it's always how you wear stuff. That's what I tell people. It's how you wear stuff. So, and if you got your own style, you can wear it the way you like. All right, Chris. You ready for my irks and work before I do my Ask Chris Deasy and do my shout out? I mean, my Cash App dance.
Love that. Irks and works. Tell us about it, B.
Okay, so this irks came in from Dennis, my husband, and he said he is worse. He is
from. Will you start saying Dennis in Philadelphia?
Yes, Dennis in Philadelphia.
This comes from Dennis in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
This comes from Dennis in Philadelphia. He says he is irked that whipped cream costs $8 a can.
What does he put? Well, okay, first of all, is he ingesting the whipped cream, and is it like whipped cream Wednesdays some week with you two? Like what's he doing? Is it because he's eating right and that's like his treat?
Well, it says the work is gonna put some ball juice on top of your coffee for some cream.
Dennis working on material. What is? That's hilarious.
I told you, Chris, this is what I gotta live with.
You don't want to be a fly on that one.
I said, Bug, do you have irks and works today? He talking about, I'm irked by that damn whipped cream that cost $8 a can. $8. I said, well, did you get it? He was all like, hell no. You can put some ball juice.
Ball juice. That better come. Oh.
He talking about, I ain't paying no damn $8 for no can of whipped cream.
Shout out to Dennis. That was good.
I said, well, then obviously it was a blessing you didn't get it. Maybe I don't need the whipped cream. Because I like to make my coffee like a latte. I'd be hooking it up. He was all like, hell no, I didn't get it. So he said the works is coffee topped off with ball juice for the whipped cream. That's what I got to live with, Chris. He didn't bring it back. So I don't have no whipped cream.
Man, that'd be tough too. Be careful. Don't burn yourselves. I'll just say that. If you take advice from this one, don't.
Look, that was the irks. That was irks and works. So that's what I got to deal with. I got to deal with.
of all, I would have bet my entire life if somebody at 3 minutes before we started the show today was like, all right, yes or no, will the term ball juice be used on the show tonight? You get $1 million if you're right. What do you think, Chris? And I would have bet my life. I would have said, absolutely not. Nope, not in a million years. Not on Tighten Up Tuesday.
Oh, you don't know nothing about no ball juice, Chris.
I
don't worry about it.
I don't.
Don't worry about it. It go with Taco Ball Tuesday.
I bet it does.
All right, so. All right. You know what? I got a couple funny Ask Chris D's. I got to ask you two of them because we got two that were sent in. One is anonymous, and you know, of course, yeah, Beverly Vine always got to ask Chris Deasy.
Shout out to Beverly.
Shout out to B Squared.
Great name.
And then we got another one. Yeah, so. Oh, this right here. This is going to be for Kathy and Antonia. That's my girl. That's my girl right there. Oh, you know I love Jamie. Oh.
Look at that. B might be able to afford a can of whipped cream with all these cash apps coming in.
Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Y'all got Jane out the house. Jamie said, we going to the club.
CB thinks Dennis should have got some heavy whipping cream.
Take me to the club. Hold on. Let's step it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. They broke down. Oh, no. They broke down.
Get up, Jane.
Jane broke down. Call Triple A.
All right, we've got a
Gotta call Triple A. They got a broken wheel.
B. We got a combination from MM. The new Flash Rag tagline: rags so absorbent they catch all your ball juice.
Now, I would love for Mark to do a little video. He
They
can
could
go
do a faux ad. Nice.
Yeah, he could do a little ad for that. I like that because then the men
You know he will. It'll be funny too.
They don't have to do the A Jimmy.
Alex,
You know what the A Jimmy is, Chris?
no, what is it?
When one of your balls get stuck to your leg, and then you, if a man is walking, and then they got to make an adjustment, they go, "Hey, Jimmy."
I just don't say. I am familiar with the Hey Jimmy. So
okay. You get the sweat. If Mark do a commercial, he do me a little video with the tagline. I'll post it, and then that'll let the brothers know. That'll let the men know they ain't got to do the Hey Jimmy.
Oh.
You make that little adjustment. You got your little swagged in sweat.
Oh yeah.
Do it, Mark. Do it. I'm about to text Mark and be like, "Do it, Mark. Go do the tagline video. 15 seconds. We'll make a reel."
Oh no. Do the stanky leg, says South CC Network. And Quincy's in the house. Nice of you to join us, Mayor. Thanks for coming in.
I know that's right. So, shout out to Quincy for designing this shirt. Smokers, ain't that? Oh. People loving these. I want to see the photos. That's what I want to see. I want to see Kiki's photos, and I want to see Smoker's shirt photos. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And now I'm working on, Chris, I forgot to tell you, hats. Baseball caps.
Oh.
Smokers. All right, so the Ask Chris Dees is, which do you prefer, spinners or chrome wheels?
Who's this from?
No,
that's from Dennis in Philadelphia.
No, it's not. That ain't from Dennis.
Ride spinners. Who sings that? They'll tell us in the chat.
Little what's his name? Not Little Baby.
Birdman?
The first baby.
Birdman
and Baby and Wheezy.
Yeah. The
Lil Wayne.
Oh, what was their name?
Bird
Gang.
Right, I forgot. You right.
Yeah,
okay, go.
Spinners.
I see you. So, do you prefer spinners or chrome?
Oh, obviously, I'm a long, tried and true spinners guy. Yeah.
Spinners. All right. Well, shout out to the anonymous.
Sick in the head. I don't know what this means. Chris looks like Chrome. I'm like Google Chrome. I don't think I'm even cool enough for Chrome. Oh man.
Okay, here's a good one. Can you name 3 cities that have black mayors?
Absolutely. Chicago, St. Louis. Currently,
St. Louis got a black mayor.
They had a black woman has been a mayor for about a year.
I didn't even know that shit, and I should know that. And I'm from shout out to St. Louis.
Tashara Jones. St. Louis, Chicago, and if she's still in office, I know Baltimore had a black woman as a mayor.
I don't know, but you might be right.
I mean, if you gave me like a little,
I know it's Chicago, Atlanta, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, San Francisco had a black mayor, female.
I don't know. Like, how are these? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So there you go, Chris. But you on point. You're getting your black card back. It ain't even gray at the bottom no more. It is shaded up. It ain't even gray. It's shaded up. Go, Chris.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a quick bonus how they hold them down. I'm going to show my 2 flyers and we'll be wrapping it up. Is this a tight show?
Tight show. We got a tight show. Yeah, tight show. Grace,
Anonymous.
tight show. Thumbs up from Grace. This is a tight show.
A lot of people that's sending me this shit want to remain anonymous, which is fine. I think it's hilarious. But this is a good, funny one. Quick. Back in the day, when writing checks was still an option, I kept 3 accounts open and would float checks when I didn't have it. It took some time before the check clear, and by then the funds would be available. So does that mean that you wrote a check and then you wrote another check and put it in the bank to clear that check? And then you write it. Is that floating?
I guess if you're floating something in that situation, I assume you're kind of look over here. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's like your girl mama that was punching the holes in the check so they could take.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do.
Days, yeah.
I don't knock nobody. Shit, you got to do what you got to do. That's why it's called life is your journey. And you look back and laugh if you make it through. That's about how it goes. Shit. So shout out to our anonymous. How they hold them down. It was a bonus. Thank you.
That's great.
Well, Chris, look, let me go on and show my flyer. I'm going to give out, thank you, Felicia, for sending me these. I want to read these really quick. I just got these guidelines. I know a lot of people. I actually got 2 people coming down from St. Louis, 6 people coming to the show from Arkansas. If she throws that back up again, Frankie Beverly's asking people to wear white or mostly white to the show for like this solidarity type thing. But I'm going to read these guidelines. And like I said, thank you, Felicia, for sending things to me. Pine Bluff Convention Center is not playing. So if you're coming to this show, the doors open at 6:30. They do a full security check. And they have a clear bag policy. It says their clear bag policy will be enforced. If you don't have a clear bag, you can buy one at the door for $5. The specs for the bags are located on the Pine Bluff Convention Center website. Parking is $20, but there's plenty of around if you don't mind walking. And for Chris, concessions will be open and you can purchase alcoholic drinks.
Why is that for me?
Is not a dry county.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
PB has never been dry, and we have weed dispensaries too.
Dang.
Thank you for that information. Whatever advice you can think of, PB has it. So, it says for the promo, it says wear something white. So that's good information about that clear bag policy. I don't even know what that is, but is that, Chris? Is that kind of like when you work at Walmart, they think you're going to steal some shit, so they make all the employees come in with their shit in the clear bag?
I've never worked at Walmart, but that sounds about right.
I'm just saying, but I'm thinking like, if you got on all white, and if you caught off guard, what if you a female and you got your personal items in there for that time of the month? Now they want all your shit in the clear bag, and you taking the chance wearing white? They asking a lot.
It's your show, don't... Not take it.
It's like Beverly and May's show. I'm just on it. It ain't my show. If it was my show, I'd tell everybody to just light up. Bring your lighter. Shine a light on me. Shine a light on me. That's what we'd be doing if it was my show.
That's me and you. Oh, B, hey, good news about your home state. You'll enjoy this. It got put on, I guess, in November or January. It'll be on a bill. Missouri gets to vote if they want to be recreational or not. So it's medical. It's medical right now. Shout out to Suede. Yeah.
So, Chris.
So you may have to come campaign here.
You know that's right. Speaking
Tanya,
of which, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Tanya Perry says they saying don't bring no gun.
I know that's right. Shit, ain't nobody trying to get shot or slapped on stage. This got extended. I have my own code. I really want people to. Now, what I am gonna do, because when Steve sent me the link, I couldn't put the link in the flyer. It didn't come up right. You can't click on it. But when I start posting it, you'll be able to click directly on the link. If you want to pre-order the show, you can do it up until the day, August 28th, so you can get to see all of the comedians. It's not just those. It's like a whole month of us that performed during this Martha Vineyard Comedy Festival. So you'll get to stream it. I think it's twice. That'll
That's
come
awesome.
on like, yeah, I think they have the times up there. But yeah, so that if you get it early and, pre-order it, you can get 10% off using the code that says B-Phlat. I put the link on there. People can see it. But when I post it, it will actually have the live link that you'll be able to click on if you want to do that. So other than that, Chris,
you got to give Mark Gregory a hug. Tell him you're from St. Louis too.
Oh, right.
Again,
right. I keep forgetting about him. I'm going to meet him.
He'll tell people, and obviously he's making his own name, but he got to perform with his uncle Dick Gregory, and he's very proud of all of his achievements. But yeah, he's a great guy. I saw Coca Brown was on there. I know Sherri's coming through. We just talked to Alonzo Bowden last week on TwoFunnyMamas. He just was in Martha's Vineyard, had a blast. So if you're going, check it out. But if you can't, get that link for B. Use the BPhlat.
They closing out with me, JJ Williamson, and David Arnold. It's gonna be on fire. Yeah. And I love that Dennis is going, because Dennis and JJ, they like this. They got the same birthday.
Nice.
So every time they get together and hook up, they always, and so I'm so glad, because JJ's gonna want to go golf and do shit, and Dennis him gonna hang out and smoke to death.
This is gonna be one of those, huh?
It's gonna be one of those. So
okay, all right.
So if y'all see me swimming off the ferry alongside, that's because I got a whole bunch of weed on me, and I'm just trying to get to the island, and I can't get it on the ferry. So if you see me stroking in the water for 2 hours,
oh my gosh,
I'm talking shit, Chris. I wish I could. Believe me, I kept saying to myself every time I go to Martha Vineyard, is it gonna be any smoke on the island? It'd be more smoke on the island than actual grass and lawn.
I would think so.
There you have it.
One more time for Ms. Michelle. Where is the link to that digital stuff? You're going to post it to your Facebook and Instagram?
I'm posting it to my Facebook. Yeah, it's at Knock Knock Productions, Virtual. It's a long shit. But when you click on the link, it takes you directly to the page where you can pre-order it. I tested it twice to make sure the shit worked. So I'm going to make sure I post it on. I'm doing all of that and try and get it hopefully done after I do Miss Myrna's bench. Get some posting and stuff done. I've just been trying to get it together. I've been a busy woman. So I'm going out with a CashApp dance to Emmy Reyes.
Look at you.
That's right, because we done, Chris.
Busy night. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. Next week, we'll have another show for you. Going to be a good time. Show B all the love that you can. $ B-Phlat on CashApp, or just go follow her on Instagram. Tune in every week. Tell a friend about the show. Let's keep growing it. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Grace.
That's for everybody.